Alrighty, well, I am back from taking my puppeta from, well, on a little walkabout with my Navata. And, yeah, time to continue welding some stuff up and making an assortment of progress. Yarp. Oh, also, because it's been a little while, because of course we were on that walk, it also means those renders of the footage from our previous episode or two have been completed, so we shouldn't have any random stutters or weirdness anymore causing us to randomly, well, crash into things or blow bits off of our ship, because our simulation speed is not stable worth a shit. Odd. But at least, in theory, it should be better, though. Because it just usually seems like it's not as weird and jittery when such things are not going on. And really quickly, let's load it up with some uranium before we go ahead and cap it off with all the assortments of machinery we need on the top to keep it running. So how are we going to do this? We want to have our camera... Where's our camera on this thing? This camera's right here. So this means this is going to be the front. So I'll go ahead and stick in our antennae as soon as I can find the dang thing. We'll put it on our hotbar right here next to the camera and computer block. So antenna, I'm not sure what I started typing there at first. Plop you in like so. Like so, now that I actually have the needed components on me. Well, most of them. And then what else? So we were going to put a control block on the front of that. Yeah, okay, I think I can remember most of that design right there. Pretty simple and straightforward. As soon as we get back to here, plop you in like that. Put our gyroscope on top, like so. Put a camera on the front, and a camera facing upwards. Cool. And then on the side, I think it was one spotlight. Boop. And that should be the whole little control section set up. And I think we actually stuck, yeah, a seat on top of the actual thing, but we don't need to worry about that. First and foremost, we just need to weld all this up, as well as, of course, welding up our thrusters. And which way do we have these facing? Yeah, like that. Okie dokie. And I think we'll face the stupid little curved bit inwards, too. I hate that curved bit so much. It's so stupid. I mean, I think even in symmetry mode, does it get messed up? No, probably not. It's an odd number block. Cool. Alright, let's weld all this up. And there we go. That is a new drone pretty much done. I think the only thing we're actually missing now would be the seat on it. So if we wanted to basically fly around on top of it, we could. So let's go ahead and plop a seat in real quickly. Seat, here you go. And I think that takes, yep, 2020. Actually, can we scoot that forward a little bit more so it's not so, oh my god, drill. So it's not just sticking off the backside there. I think, yeah, like this. There we go. That's pretty nice. Cool. And then we'll just need some interior plates. Which apparently there are none in the main structure. Hopefully we have some in here. Yes, we do. Thank Christ. That's a bit spooky knowing we're completely out of interior plates in our main structure. Weld that up. There we go. And now everything should be ready to fly. All we got to do is really, well, disconnect it, name a few things properly. So let's go ahead, select our remote control block. Control. Cool. And so now we can go ahead and make sure, oh right, we can't rotate our camera out. I hate that so very much. This is camera, this should be the bottom one. Yes, camera. We'll actually name you, what is it? We are the welder drone. Welder drone camera underscore bottom. Nice and simple, and I control C that. So camera 2 is forward. So we can go ahead and name camera 2. Forward, groovy, and then camera 3 should be up. Yep, it is indeed. And then up. Okay, and then we need to add one more camera real quick, just for our docking collar, which we appear to have had installed on the side of the ship. Which might have been a little bit of a faux pas, honestly. Because it might have been a bit better if it had been installed in the front. Or even the back. Which we can't do either of those right now. We could jury rig it real quickly. I think that's what we'll do, actually. I think we'll be able to do this without too much of an issue. Just jury rig this all up right here. Ding, 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 ding. Cool. What we're going to do is just cut it away and then place it back in. But to do that, we got to empty our inventory first. All this. You're an empty bottle. You're about empty. That last one should last us long enough to cut all this down and place it back in. So cut this out. Lickety split like. Boop. Coolio. And drop it all into here. We're going to do a real quick double check to make sure that's actually connected to everything, and it definitely is. Cool. And now we're going to remove this block right here. If all else fails, ooh, scary depressurization sound for no reason. And there we are. That all fit in our inventory nicely, and we can go ahead and place this back in here like that. That's not the right way, is it? We want it like this. No, that's not right. Yeah, it's really hard to tell sometimes how this thing's actually oriented, isn't it? So like this, there we go. So that'll leave us the big connector on the left and right. We want to rotate it this way, so the big connector is going to be on the front. And, well, apparently we don't have enough stuff to actually place in the actual connector, but we can go ahead and grab it back out of here. And actually, I think, yeah, well, looks like we were able to actually hold everything we needed for it. Cool. There, that wasn't too hard, was it? A bit of a faff, but we got it all done. And now our welding drone is pretty much ready. The only thing left that we really need to do is put in a docking camera, which should be pretty straightforward too, because it's going to go right above this piece right here. And there we go, docking camera in. Nice and simple. Everything is now set up, lickety-split. Cool. And we'll just do one more really quick tweak with all of this. Oh, why are there 2 unnamed cameras now? Where do you point? You're the camera pointing upwards. Why aren't you named? Did it not save when we named one of these blah 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 camera up? Interesting. Let's go ahead and select this other one though. This should be, yes, docking camera. Select you and camera docking. I wonder if I accidentally named something else the up one. So let's search for the word up. Aha, look at this. We have another something here. This is the remote control block. It would appear that we accidentally named the up. So welder drone remote control. Cool. And I'll also even say control me welder drone. Add that to a group so it'll always be at the top of whatever we look at. Cool. And with all that out of the way, we can now do a quick save, just in case the whole world decides to shit all over us. And then go ahead and separate the drone from everything. Dink, dink, da ding. There we go. Nice and free. We could have, of course, thrusted upwards to try to cut that, but as we've seen in the past, sometimes the thruster decides it's not going to break directly what it's aiming at, but everything else, or even the thruster itself. So, there we go. Our new drone is now complete. It is an ugly oddity, but nonetheless, it should actually function. A small grid. There we go. We'll give it a name of the welding drone. Coolio. We could give it a real name if you guys want to give suggestions. If I see one I liketh, I shall taketh it and apply it to the drone. But for the time being, I think this drone is ready to rock and roll. The welding drone is ready to fly. Woo! And of course, we could always go ahead and tweak a few things if we wanted to. Let's turn off these lights. We don't need those on right now. Coolio. Let's go ahead, just go and dock it for the moment. And then we can go and name all of its containers and all that stuff. In fact, we're going to go ahead and name its reactor right now, just in case it gets itself emptied out. So Tim under... Oh, no. Tim space uranium. Priority 1. And let's say keep 20 uranium in there at all times. In fact, let's do 40. There we go. So in theory, once we connect this up, it should update every 10 seconds, get pinged, and the new Tim system thingy will take over. Woo! And lock you in place. Cool. Looks good. Gave us a landing gear message too. That was a bit odd. Let's go ahead and just search the word reactor. There we go. That's it. And you see it's updated the whole naming system there. I should probably go ahead and name it the welder drone. There we go. And there we go. So now it should be happy dappy and fine and dandy. So let's go ahead, fly over to it, and actually check its reactor now to make sure it has uranium in it. Reactor, there it is. And look at that, it's put the uranium in there. Awesome. Okie dokie. Well, now we just have one more drone to make, which is going to be pretty much the exact same thing as this. And by the way, I will go ahead and probably name these cargo containers here in the future. So we could just name them now, actually. So we now have cargo container 1, cargo container 2. And we could go ahead and put Tim on there and then say component whatever. But for the time, we're just going to leave it as Tim locked. So we can manually load these things up with whatever we please. Tim locked. Coolio. Let's just double check to make sure that actually took. Yep, it did. Cool. So those will be Tim locked for the time being. The grinder one, we'll just leave those unnamed. Alright, well let's go ahead and get to work on making another drone, shall we? I think we'll go ahead and make it right here. And we're going to make it pretty much exactly the same as that one, of course, but with just a grinder on the bottom. And I guess we could just start out with our cargo container and get right to it. You don't need to see this. You've already seen one, so I'll just go ahead and ploppity plop 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 all this together without you guys watching. And now for something you probably thought you wouldn't hear again.
Singing time.
With a mountain of cursing. Oh shit, oh shit, I fucked up. I welded up the thing before I put it off. Oh shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. These are Timlocks, so I can store stuff in here, ha. La 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 la. Oh, I need to steal shit. Scheiße. Fuck. Scheiße. Ich liebe Auto, ich. Fucking hate counting rotors, gyroscopes and shot. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, uranium. Take 20 out. Sucking work. Alrighty, I think we got just about as much done here as we can with the large flying sausage welding craft. So now we can look, and we're going to need 144 motors per each thruster. We have 2 thrusters, actually 3 left to finish. Can't really even add the one in there, not enough room yet. Looks like we're going to need quite a few other things as well, but nothing too specialized. And so what we'll go ahead and simply do is, I actually want to save our lot cargo, but we will go to our main cargo here. We're going to need some grids, we're going to need some computers, we're going to need some motors. We know we're going to need quite a few of those, actually. We'll grab a fair few. What else do we think we'll need? Small steel tubes in all likelihood. I've completely forgotten, obviously, everything that we need. Steel plates. Ooh, dearie. Are we out of steel plates? Well, we appear to be out of steel plates, but we can always go ahead and grab some from the ship hovering behind us. Also, by the way, let's check, how's our production going? We've stalled again. I suspect it's because, yep, we've run out of iron. We'll have to go mine some more up. And the unfortunate truth is that our main miner also has all of our large steel tubes and other things like that, so it looks like we might be a little bit short on using this welder for a lot of things anyhow. But I think we'll be just enough to get everything, at least the ball, rolling. Let's put it that way, eh? Let's also go ahead and look for one more thing, construction components, which are apparently all also missing. Blimey, we've run out of a lot of stuff. But at least we should be able to get those mostly done and then transfer the last little bits there. So let's do remote control. We should be able to see, yep, welding drone remote control, disconnect you, blah, blah, blah. Even if this is pretty much pointless, I think it's nice to at least have one of these with an accurate mining craft, or pardon, welding craft. Let's go ahead, press our G button here. We're going to want our bottom view. So it basically goes bottom, forward, forward, up. So you're moving your head from looking down to looking up. Pretty straightforward, I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and also go ahead and put our welder on the thing. Let's do this with the toggle on and off, and we'll do a number 5. So it's now on, and all we gotta do is move this thing near it, and it should start welding it up. Oh, right. Of course. Because we are missing those steel plates, it means it's not going to weld it up very much, though. It's just sort of dropping off what it does have. But nonetheless, it is successfully welding up all those little pieces of metal there, which is pretty nifty. And of course, since it is a more accurate welding craft, we are able to go ahead and, well, get in this tighter spaces that we wouldn't have been able to get into before. So you can see it's welded up all those little tiny things there. Unfortunately, we are bumping a few things. Alright, let's go ahead and just move this away over here, boop, and I'll even go ahead and disconnect from it. It should be fine just hovering there. And we're going to go ahead and manually move the last few components out of here. We're going to need those large steel tubes, excuse me very much. Steel tubes, tell me we have some. There they are, right there. Also feels like I'm sinking or the ship's going upwards. Something else going on. Either way though, we can fly over here and finish most of this off. Coolio. Can even go ahead and drop off quite a few things into here, and it's now going to be construction components that are the main things we are missing now. We can grab those once more from up here. Boop. Run a little short on those even in this ship, down to under 800 of them, I believe. And there we go, now we'll have thrusters in every direction, and once that's done, you know what that means? It means we can cut this ship free and fly it away so we can actually weld up the last few little things. Oh, and we appear to have reached maximum bots. Alrighty, well, we successfully built quite a few little things today. We did demolish our one ship down below. I think before we end the episode, we're actually going to go ahead and fly down there really quickly, and, okay, let's see, we got 2 bottom thrusters, that should be enough, right? If it just dropped, that would have been wonderfully befitting for my lack of caution. Oh, look at that. I was able to... Oh, I can't access it. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Let's go ahead, select remote control, take control of this, and just fly it forward a bit so it's out in the open. There we are. Thank you very much, little drone. And let's go ahead and install one more thruster. Not facing that way, but facing that way. Cool. And yeah, we should be good. All we gotta do is weld those up now. In fact, we're not even gonna use this welding drone here. We're gonna tell this welder to just go ahead and dock yourself back in where you were before. Yeah, why not? And let's do this should be our welding, yeah, our docking camera. Hi, how you doing? What the hell? Did I just select the wrong drone? This is welding drone. Oh. Right, that's the cargo drone right in front of us, of course. Also, I think I just hit the other drone. And accidentally welded it up a bit. Everything's fine. Shit. There we go, got you locked in place, groovy. And now we can go ahead and just take the flying sausage out and finish this up as soon as I actually go ahead and flip you around. You gotta face the other way, brother. Let's go ahead, select you, let's do remote control, and I'll flip you around. That way the other 2 thrusters that need to be welded are more easily reached. Let's also go ahead and weld you up. There we are, nice and easy like, and finish this off. And one more little tiny finishing touch just before I forget. Let's not forget to put the cameras on for these sections down here. So you can flip around, and I believe you go like so. Wait, hold on, is this the front? This is the front. So you go like so we can get a camera there. And you go like so we can get a light there. So we can still see what we're doing even in the dark. And that should be pretty simple and straightforward. And that is one more mission accomplished. As soon as I weld it up, that is. There we go. That should be all the cameras. Yeah, that should be them all, including... Yep, even the little docking cam. Cool. There we go, seats in. Nice and easy to control everything now. Let's do our remote control, and let's start naming. Alrighty, there we go. That should be everything set up. So now we can successfully fly this ship about, hopefully without any real issue. And let's just go ahead and dock it up right over here. That's sort of proof of concept. In fact, there's one thing I did forget to do, and there we go. Now I've pretty much fixed that right now. Grinding drone. Good. So, that is pretty much successful. We'll just dock it up so that it can do its full uranium check, since I did name the reactor in there as well. So there we go. And we can even hop out of the seat, and there you go. Both of our drones are now docked, as well as actually our original cargo drone. I think that's pretty successful, honestly. I think everything has gone pretty well. Again, not sure how useful they will actually be in the long term, but I did think, well, let's just go ahead and build some things. Also, I'm just really quickly going to select our antennas. I'm not sure which ones all of these are, but we are going to go ahead and up our ranges on a lot of these, just because I think 500 is a bit risky. Do we want to up our... That's our main station antenna. I don't think we want to up that one yet. Just because I don't think we want to deal with the power issues that might cause. Oh, look at these little pieces. We bring the big grinders down here, we might have issues. This is the perfect chance to test out our grinding drone. And we'll even do it from a seated position right here, where we're just going to squat. I said squat. I said, why can't I crouch? Why can't I crouch? Did they remove crouching from the game? What's going on? There we go. What the hell? It's working. Huh, that was Odd. I guess I was pushing the wrong button, silly sage. Let's go ahead and select the... we're having trouble, so we'll go to the iron snowflake. We'll go ahead and select the control me grinding drone right there. See how easy that was? We should even rename this one to control me cargo drone. There we go. So now we have all those, and we'll delete the old group. There we go. So grinding drone, take control over it. We'll go ahead and look at its bottom camera, press P to disconnect it, fly it backwards and down, over to our left, forward, down, a little bit more, turn this on, and the second we start seeing sparks, we should know that we're actually in the correct area. Alright, any second now. Boop, there we go. And try not to go too low, because of course we don't want to grind down the solar panels. I think we'll just leave the pieces of metal laying about, but we'll get rid of these main blocks. Also, seizure warning. That's pretty flickery, isn't it, all those grindy sparks? But it's getting the job done, and it shouldn't be here too long. So there we go, that's successful, and I think even, you know what we're going to do? Since this thing has such range on it, we're going to go ahead and take it down into the pit with the remainder of the junk left over from our ill-fated rover. There it is. Look at that. You can even see there's some cyber hounds poking away at it. And look, we have our own light on it, so it's all working pretty well. I bumped something. I've bumped something. This is bad. This is very bad. We're alright. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Mayday. 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 Come on. Come on. Restore. Restore control. Come on. Just boost. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. Now it's pitch black. I can't see anything. Okay. Forward camera. Okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh scheisse. This is not good. Okay. Let's stay real calm now, because if we get too far away, we're going to lose control. Alright. I'm suspecting what's happened is I've lost a thruster because I ran right into the bloody Happy Fun Times flying sausage. It was going so well, and I got cocky and stopped thinking, and next thing you know, we're in pieces. Okay, stay calm. We still have our thruster to decelerate moving this way, and I'm suspecting we have our left and right maneuvering thrusters, so we probably just lost our thruster that allows us to go forward, and we're probably just using gravity to accelerate at the moment. That would be my guess. I love drones. Okay, so let's just bring it into here. It should decelerate relatively naturally. Awesome. Let's disconnect from it, and let's do a damage check, and yep, my hypothesis was indeed correct. We managed to take out a thruster in about 2 seconds using our new drone. Damn it. There, everything's better, like nothing ever went wrong. Alright, let's try that again. This time, though, I am going to go ahead and dock this ship first before we do that. That way we don't have silly ships cluttering up our airspace. Oh boy. Probably going to need to start extending our docking stuff for the amount of ships I'm starting to put in here. And of course, once we get into space, we're going to have even more ships, because we're probably going to want some that are just for space. As in, just for use in space. Alright, dock you in place, coolio. And in fact, we could just stay in here, and we'll just using through all of the antenna relays. Control U, cool. Go to our forward camera. There we go. This is our sort of center of mass one with a docking clamp. And in fact, no, we need the bottom one, don't we? We can go ahead and head downwards. And we can even try using the little tiny burp Happy Fun Times thing on our left there to tell which way is up and down, which of course we've done in the past, and it is almost completely useless, but we'll do it anyway. Anyway guys, assuming nothing else terrible happens, I think that'll be about it for today's episode. Pretty cool, you can see the shadow reaching down. Almost a good way to tell your distance at night. But I think that'll be about it for today. This ship should be able to fill up its cargo containers and still hold itself up, because I know the original cargo ship could do that without issue, where it would fill its cargo containers and still be able to keep going. And we'll probably bring the mining ship down here and try to pick up these big stones in the future, Murphy the Miner. Just that way we can have our big chunks of stone, because the drill should be able to just pick up those chunks in like one little gobble. Provided our ship doesn't get overburdened and just explode. Anyway guys and gals, that is it for today. Thank you a bunch for watching. Next up, well, I'd assume we're going to go start heading over towards the enemy facility and doing some scouting of it and maybe bombarding it, as well as, of course, well, between episodes I'll probably mine up some more iron, and that way we can go ahead and will at least finish a few more gizmos and gadgets around, and of course, you kind of need iron for everything. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you a bunch for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta. I'm going to save before everything goes to pot.